It's time for bed. It's time for bed, and you're getting comfortable on my leg. And can you say, I love you? Can you say it? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Can you say, I love you? I love you. What about a smacko? Smacko? What about this one I prepared earlier? What about that one? What about if I got a little bit and gave it to you? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Because you love that, don't you? What about that? And what about if we got this bit? This bit? Can you say, I love you? Good girl. What about this one? I love you. I love you. Can you say, I love you? I love you. There you go. Good girl. What a beautiful girl. What do we think of the government who refuses the office of Prime Minister and Cabinet, who refuses our freedom of information and protects Steve Isonides, my former partner who's an ASIO agent, from giving me a settlement? What do we think about that? Can we just tell them, I love you? I love you. What do we think about the fact that we've been vilified for mental illness and excluding all other factors, and we killed ourselves from the absolute oppression that happened to us, and it was deemed fatal, and you were revived from certain death, and then the hospital went, and they all covered it up? What do you think of that? Will we forgive them? You went the smacko. Smacko? Smacko, okay. I think you've got a one-track mind. You don't want to help me at all. Okay, what about if we get this one, and we get a little bit like this, and we say, I love you. I love you. And you're being very attentive. Oh, you're very hungry tonight, aren't you? Okay, there you go. Have that bit. Good girl. What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. What do we think about the Australian Human Rights Commission? Wait. What do we think of the Australian Human Rights Commission when they saw the evidence that my human rights were being abused, and then they told me they weren't going to help me? What do we think about that? Smacko? You just want a smacko. You're not listening to me at all. I don't think you're really invested in my injustice issues. And what do we think about being a worker in Victoria, running your own business? Wait. Running your own business, and you're just not paid work cover because they say you weren't even employed. What do we think about that? I love you. I love you. Oh, I think you're invested in just the smackos, not my injustice at all. And what about this bit here? What about Saturday night? Saturday night. Woo! Wah! There we go. What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. And is it time for bed? And what about if we got a crown mint? A crown mint? Look at the mints in the bed. Look at the mints in the bed. Here they are. There we go. Got the mints in the bed. And what about if we go half for me and half for you? Half for me? Half for me and half for you. That'll be good. You love mints, don't you? Will we have another one? Another one? Another one? Can you say, I love you? I love you. Right, we'll get another one. I have to wait. We got half for me and half for you. What a beautiful girl. And it's nearly time for bed. We'll have a big sleep, won't we? We're all tucked in on the bed. It'll be nice. And there's Rich. Hello. What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. Ah. And I think that's it. That's all we've got. Could I get one more? I love you. Can you say, I love you? Can you say it? I love you. Can you say it? You're sure? Why aren't you playing nice anymore? Can you say, I love you? I love you. I love you. Can you say it? Can you say, I love you? Do another mint. I love you. What about if we got another mint? One more mint. One more mint. One for me? And one for you. What a beautiful girl. What do we think about not being paid WorkSafe and living in poverty and having the police running you out of your house and home, and then just never getting any compensation ever from anywhere? What do we think of that? What do we think about the police running you out of town as a vagrant and threatening you with the Mental Health Act, when in actual fact you've been financially abused by a very powerful person and a very powerful lawyer, Mr. Ball, of Ball and Partners? What do we think about that? You're having a little chat with me now. What do we think about that? You're a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. You're a 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 beautiful girl. And what do we think about the hospital locking us up because we're suicidal, and then we kill ourselves in the hospital, and it was deemed fatal, but then there's a cover-up at the Mental Health Complaints Commissioner, the Health Complaints Commissioner, the police, IBAC, the Victorian Inspectorate, APRA, NHPRPC, and the Ombudsman, and the Commonwealth Ombudsman, and the Office of Prime Minister and Cabinet. What do we think about that conspiracy of everyone just non-acknowledging the pain and trauma and suffering that I went for, and the cognitive brain impairment, which we all know and has been proven that I live with, and the NDIS won't even talk to me or acknowledge any of my calls, and the fact that the government do the very bare minimum to care for me, which is like a disability support pension. What do we think of that? Yes, I think the same. I'm fairly despondent about the whole thing. You're a beautiful girl. You're a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. And we're nearly ready for bed. And we're going to say goodnight to everyone and all the people who love to hate us. And we're going to say a big fat fuck you to the entire world, because we'll be dead on Friday, won't we? Yep. Okay. See ya.